Assalamu alaikum Sayyidi.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
In today's talk about disattaching from dunya and attaching to the world of light, for those of us still completely particle, is this why we practice attaching to the Shaykh? Is this what is meant by the Shaykh is a portal? That as we connect with the tools, we gradually build a bridge into our light reality? Thank you and forgive my ignorance.
Yeah, it's not until it is the only way towards your light reality. Means that nothing you have is going to take you to that reality. So it's not from you. So that's the whole thing of negating ourselves, right? We say, La ilaha illallah, means there's nothing but Allah. So it's not about what I have that I can one day reach, but when I negate myself, the portal of the Shaykh, the reality of the Shaykh dresses me. Now if that Shaykh achieved that reality, his Shaykh is coming, and if that Shaykh received his reality, his Shaykh is coming. All the way to the Muhammadan lights are dressing the servant. Means then there's Muhammadan portals on this earth. You enter into that Muhammadan portal, immediately you're in those vicinities and access to those realities. But your whole life is then understood as, I'm nothing, I'm nothing, I'm nothing. You know, later that I said I'm nothing, but later on I am something now. No, it's a whole life of I'm nothing, I'm nothing, I'm nothing. And the nuqt is always a nuqt, but as soon as it enters into the portal, it can be dressed by the one. But its whole existence understood is a nuqt, is a nothing, nothing. So it's not one day, okay, I can be something. That's not going to happen. Their whole life is they're nothing, they're nothing, they're nothing, and then the fana and the reality of these lights dress upon them all the way to the presence of the Muhammadan dress. The Muhammadan dress is what? You're ultimately absolutely nothing, because how could you be anything in the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad? No, they're just dust, and that's why we read on the Naat, let me to be the surma on your holy eyes, to be the dust from your shoes, I'll take it and put it as the coal for my eyes. Not that I'm going to be something one day, no, I'm always going to be nothing, just to be the dust under your holy feet, and I'm sufficient to be at that dust. Don't let me to raise my head, keep your foot onto my head, so that my nafs would come up and shaitan to give me a false pride. So binary code is that you're always going to be nothing. In this month of Qamar, then Allah gave to us in Surah Al-Qamar the reality of two nations that were destroyed. What were the nations? The Ad and the Thamud. Yeah. So they have a significance, they have an understanding in this way of marifah, in this way of reality. The Ad were what? They built immense structures. So if we think we are at the height of civilization, it's completely incorrect knowledge. We are like a primitive monkey compared to the creatures who came before. When Allah describes their intelligence far beyond yours, their abilities far beyond yours, and they had immense towers. Where are those? Why would previous generations destroy that, destroy any evidence of that? Why? Because they want to think you're from a baboon, right? If I want to promote Darwinism, that you're a monkey now that learned something, not that you're Bani Adam wa asma kullaha, then I would destroy any evidence of any knowledge and advanced civilizations. And then you would think that you're at the pinnacle of your existence, but Allah describes in Qur'an, oh they were much more mightier than you, immense structures are the Ad. Then the nation of Thamud, huge giants that played with carvings in mountains, where we can't build with hydraulics. Now with the height of what we think we are as the talking baboons, we can't build anything into a mountain. They were carving homes for recreation into huge mountains, they were so huge and strong. And what Allah destroyed them with was the Prophet of Thamud was Sayyidina Salih, and the Prophet for the Ad was Sayyidina Hud. So what was the secret of these prophets and the destruction of their nations, which were immensely powerful? So when people think there's no power now, you have no power now, no, everything Allah sends has a secret in the name. So Hud, he destroyed his nation, Allah sent a destruction upon the nation who built huge immense towers with what? Wind, from a Prophet named Hud. So a Prophet named Hud was the secret of who? Releases a wind that brings entire nation down. So it means the name has a reality. They don't like pick and choose, okay with you I'll do this, with that one I'll do that. But their name contains their secret. Their secret on the earth, if not obeyed, was enough to collapse that nation. Any nation thinking they have a strength, Allah said, look to these previous nations. What do you think that you made? We make now buildings from concrete and wood. They were carving in mountains. So their Prophet named Salih, which has a Saad for the great Siddiqs, all of them inherit from Muhammad Rasulullah and the holy companions. So what happens when Sayyidina Salih's warning is finished? The mountains quaked. Allah shattered the entire structures and their nation, because they are like hardened people who built into rocks, thinking their existence they're like rocks, their hearts were like rocks. How Allah shattered them is that their Prophet releases an energy that completely makes it like an earthquake and shattered their entire existence. So doesn't the great Siddiqs have this secret now, where Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq releases that reality of that Saad and releases what Saad did we have now? Salah and Salawat. Isn't that enough of a frequency to destroy any mountain within you, any mountain of arrogance, any hardness within your heart? So previous nations are only an example of what the nation of Prophet has, because they have the tools. They were borrowing the secrets of Sayyidina Muhammad. And what did Sayyidina Hud release to bring down these towers? His breath, because wind is what? Is a nafas al-rahmah. So when you breathe with Hu and you train with nafas al-rahmah, the breath of fire that comes within you can destroy any arrogance, because height and buildings represent what? Arrogance, because you look down upon people. So say the people on these high rises, they love buying the penthouse. The richest ones are the most evil ones that are on the top. It's by wealth. It's poor, not so poor, not so poor, not so poor, very rich. Because the richest ones go to the top because they like to look down and look at all the little people, they look like ants. We can switch them. So their Prophet comes, it's not random that Allah grants His name is going to be Hu, because His Hu is going to empower the Dal and Dalal and the guidance and bring down a wind that destroys all their towers. And the same Hu is what we're told to recite, breathe with dhikruhu. So that why? That fire and energy that comes in, it begins to destroy every tower of arrogance. Whatever shaitan is building within us to think we're special, we're this, we're that, we have power, we have wealth, that dhikruhu and that wind of Hu comes and destroys everything. That's why they feel very energized when they understand their breath. And that breath comes in like a fire into their soul and into their reality. So it means that everything is perfectly named, and every name has a secret, and every secret has a name. So when we love these Prophets, learn their names, learn their Islamic names, because these Islamic names are not tainted. And the Islamic name has a secret of its huruf. Its huruf will give you the immense reality of that Prophet and what they're capable of by knowing their knowledges, and that all is an inheritance from Muhammadun Rasulullah.